Welcome once again to this video series on the subject Information Technology for the class 12 Science. We already started with the lesson 1 Advanced Web Designing, and today's topic is CSS Positioning. As we have just seen in the syllabus, we have started with the Advanced Web Designing, and we have covered Advanced Web Designing, forms in HTML5 as well as meta tag. We are into the cascading style sheets in HTML5, and today specifically we are going to see CSS positioning. So CSS allows you to position HTML elements in various ways. Here the position property is used to set the position for an element. The element can be positioned using following 4 parameters or properties or values for that position property. You can say the top, bottom, left and right are the values for the position properties. The syntax here, whatever selector that you want to position, that will be specified here, and in the parenthesis you'll be specifying the position property and its value. The values can be anything from fixed, absolute, relative and sticky. We'll see. Now the corresponding top, left, bottom and right, these are the positioning elements, or where we'll be specifying the values in pixels for the properties top, left, bottom and right. The values will be specified using some pixel values. Even though 4 such properties have been given here, we can use only 2. For example, we can specify one object, imagine a rectangle, and we can specify where that rectangle has to be positioned using its top and left only. For example, x1, y1 and x2, y2. You can specify where that rectangle has to be positioned using x1, y1 only without specifying x2, y2. So there are following positioning types. One is static, fixed, relative, absolute and sticky. We'll see. So coming to the first, static positioning, it is a default position for HTML elements, and rather it is not to be specified because as it is default, and that's why it is not affected by top, bottom, left and right properties. An element, if it is specified to be a static position, the static position element is not positioned in any special way. Rather it is positioned according to the normal flow of the page. We'll see. So here the static code is given. Let me show you. Yes. As you can see, the style gives position to be static, and there are some top and right values. Here top is specified to be minus 10 px. Very important. We can even specify in terms of negative pixels. For example, if I want to specify top minus 10 pixel, that means the top has to be taken down by 10 pixels. Had I specified top as 10 pixels, top as 10 pixels, that will be taken down, and if it is minus 10, that will be taken up. So right is minus 10. It is as good as specifying left 10. So let me repeat. The pixel values can be specified in terms of positive or negative values. Here once again the properties top and right are used. We can specify all 4, rather they are not always required. We can specify in terms of any 2, like top and left as well. So the first was a class, rather, as it is having dot. Here h2 is given once again static position, and left is 100 pixel and top is 150 pixel. But if I simply Yes, this is the normal current view, and even though I take it out, I remove that style, save it, and come back here, and nothing happens, means no change is there. It is as good as the first one. So static positioning has got no effect with the top, bottom, left and right properties. Next is fixed positioning. This basically helps to put the text or any element to be fixed on the browser. It forces an element into a fixed position relative to the browser window. So we'll see in this case the fixed element will not move even when the page is scrolled. Let us see. This is the fixed. We maximize. Well, this fixed CSS has been applied as a class to a particular or specific element P, as we have seen previously. The CSS for a specific element, selectors for a specific element. So fixed will be only applied when the class is applied to a paragraph P. So here we are specifying the position as fixed with reference to its the top, right as 50px and 5px respectively, and just to make the font visible, I'm making the font weight as 600. It will simply make it somewhat bolder, and color red to emphasize. And here this particular class is applied to the second paragraph. Rest of the paragraphs are simply containing some random text. Let me show you. Nothing special in that. Just to scroll the page, I am putting that repetitive text. Only the second paragraph has got the fixed class that is to be seen. So let us check. In the case of fixed, let me refresh. Here, as this P was specified to be having a specific top and right position fixed, that's why this will not move. Let me show you. I am scrolling. So that paragraph is not moving, you can say. To get into some second example. This is Mozilla's demo. The reference link has been given at the end of the video. Here in the case of they are not rather demoed fixed, we'll see later. Okay, next is relative positioning. Here this property used to set it is used to set the element relative to its normal position. If you did not specify any positioning, the element would have been placed at a specific position. ते जे काही element आहे ते कुठल्या तरी एका ठराविक पोझिशनला आलं असतं. परंतु जर आपण रिलेटिव्ह प्रॉपर्टी वापरली तर त्याच्या मूळ स्थानापासून त्याच्या रिलेटिव्ह काही अंतरावरती आपण ते जे एलिमेंट आहे ते ठेवू शकतो. दॅट इज द मिनिंग. आपण डेमो पाहूया. रिलेटिव्ह आणि ॲब्सोल्यूट जो आहे त्या दोघांचा आपण एकत्रित बघणार आहोत. त्यामुळे त्याच्या आधी आपण ॲब्सोल्यूट म्हणजे काय तेही पाहूया. ॲब्सोल्यूट पोझिशनिंग. This sets an element in a specific location and it is not affected by the flow of page. या ठिकाणी एक स्पेसिफिक लोकेशन आपण ठेवू शकतो त्या एलिमेंटचं, आणि आपण ते जे काही पेज आहे त्याच्या फ्लोनुसार ते काय होत नाही, बदलत नाही. This property positions the element at the specified coordinates relative to the screen top left coordinate. त्याच्या ब्राउझरचा जो टॉप लेफ्ट कोऑर्डिनेटर आहे कोऑर्डिनेट्स आहेत त्याच्या रिलेटिव्ह ते जे एलिमेंट आहे ते ॲब्सोल्युटली पोझिशन होईल. आपण दोन्ही गोष्टी आता आपण कोडमध्ये बघूया. सो रिलेटिव्ह अँड ॲब्सोल्यूट पोझिशन कोड. हिअर द स्टाईल स्पेसिफाईज ॲज प्रिव्हियस. फर्स्ट इज अ क्लास पोझिशन रिलेटिव्ह, आता आपण या ठिकाणी फक्त रिलेटिव्ह बदलले, मगाशी ती फिक्स्ड होती. टॉप -10, राईट -10. H2 पोझिशन अब्सोल्यूट आहे, लेफ्ट 100 पिक्सेल अँड टॉप 150 पिक्सेल. या ठिकाणी आपण H1 ला फर्स्ट हा क्लास दिलाय आणि H2 इथे स्पेसिफाय केले, त्यामुळे आपण त्याला क्लास देण्याची आवश्यकता नाहीये. म्हणजे गेल्या वेळी बघितल्याप्रमाणे CSS सिलेक्टर्स होते, त्यामध्ये हा क्लास सिलेक्टर झाला. आपण आता त्याचा डेमो बघूया. रिलेटिव्ह जर आपण बघू शकतो, हा जो हेडिंग आहे H1, दिस इज हेडिंग. सो फर्स्ट पोझिशन रिलेटिव्ह, टॉप 10 px and right also, sorry, top -10 pixels and right is -10 pixels. So if it is made 0, that would be the default position. So let us make it like that and I refresh. So it is taken here, if you can say. So top -10 takes it up, top take 10 takes it down, -10 takes it up. So -10 is taking it up, as you have seen. Similarly, right 10 will take it left and -10 yes, right -10 it is taking it somewhat to the right. So in this way, relative and absolute, here we whatever that is specified, the H2 is specified at absolute location. Left is 100 px and top is 150 px. So if I change that 150 once again to 10, okay, it is going to be put onto that previous element. That's why. So specifically, it will be positioned as absolute, you can say. Rather, it will not move. Absolute. Not move means it will be absolute to the window or the browser top left position. Yes, let us take it back. Okay. And the last is sticky positioning. In the case of sticky positioning, as we have just seen, it is element will toggle between relative and fixed that we have just seen previously, depending on the scroll position, where actually it was depending on that it will rather move as relative or appear to be as fixed, and that's why it appears to be sticky, and that's why it is called as sticky positioning. The element with sticky positioning is based on the user's scroll position. It is rather position relative until a given offset position is reached in the viewport, and then it sticks. So let us go and see the demo that will make it more clear. As usual, we have used the previous code itself, and here only we have changed the position to be sticky, and rest of the parameters are same. So as that was there with fixed, so the same code is here, only the position value is changed from fixed to sticky. So let us go and see what sticky means. Okay, yes, rather at the beginning this was specified, this particular second paragraph was fixed. I mean, I am incorrectly using the name here, that could have been anything. Let me change this to sticky and the class is sticky. Okay, that is now more appropriate. It is not rather technical, any the syntax was okay. Just to make it more clear, I am changing the class name. Class name could have been anything. So sticky and sticky. So the thing is that this particular second paragraph is given the sticky positioning. So let me repeat, at the beginning, depending on the scroll position, until it is taken to this particular thing, the top 50px and right 5px, it will appear to be relative. That's why it is scrolling. And as it reaches those particular coordinates, it will be appearing as fixed, as can be seen here. Once again, okay. Just to summarize, a static, well, this is the code, the styles and the corresponding changes can be seen here on the right side in this particular yellow box with red borders. So with static, it has no change. With relative, so the basic position was here, and it is with relative, it is taken top 40px, left 40px, it is taken from this position to this. 40px x is moved, 40px y is moved. So position absolute, with absolute, it is absolutely placed in the viewport or in the browser, you can say. So 40px and 40px is the absolute position. And last is sticky that we have seen. So it moves relatively, and when it approaches that top 20px, it becomes fixed. So this is how we have seen various positioning properties of CSS, and these are some of the references that I have used for this. For as you already know, for other resources, you can approach my blog at vishalparkar.blogspot.com, and if you think that you have been benefited somehow out of this video, you may subscribe to this channel. Thank you.